What did Paramore say while playing Riichi Mahjong? When I was dealer, I saw my tenpai tile vanish so fast. Left Lord had called a closed con. The character fours turned into ash. Mahjong is an infection, a cruel game, a sicko obsession. My hand is all imperfections as I chase score resurrection. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul, folks. My name's Yusong. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Are you winning, son? Oh, well, if you're gonna ask, then it'd be rude for me not to answer. Oh, indeed we are, Daddy. Oh God, it's so awkward. Indeed we are, Daddy-o. We have been winning. 4th place? What's that? Oh, is this, am I just showing you my 3-player match history? No. Do not avert your eyes out of fear or schadenfreude. You don't need to today. We're winning, folks. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. Extremely cursed intro. Let's just get that out of the way. I did say daddy. There's nothing we can do about that. As we load into the Jade Room, how am I doing today? I'm doing pretty well. Superman does good. We do well here. I'm looking forward to doing some Pokemon Go raids after this, and I will say this is not sponsored content, but a few months ago, ooh, a nice little 1 Dora hand. I mean, would be nice to pick up another green dragon or a red dragon somewhere along the way. Maybe Tanya, if we're feeling like a sick little freak, and you know what? Maybe I am today. Maybe I am. Left Lord pawns their Seat Wind. Hate to see that, but that's okay. And Left Lord can pawn their Seat Wind as a treat. Oh, actual possibility of Tanya. Tanya with a chance of meatballs. Cloudy with a chance of Dora. Am I right? I'm excited to play some Pokemon Go earlier. And I will say this. Pokemon Go, and I'm not going to make any jokes here. You expect me to say something facetious, something sarcastic, such as Pokemon Go to the polls. No, I would not do that. I would not waste your time or my time with something as silly as that. I will say this, though. After I bought, okay, this is a little unfortunate. Could have had a 7, 8, 9. Sure, I'll go 1 tile down. Now, if we draw into a 6 of circles, we're not really that punished. Can still go a little Tanya, but sand is also awkward, right? 2 pairs. I mean, it's not terrible, but we could use some shapes. Drawing into a 5 of bamboo, 6. Wow. Okay, that's kind of something, right? 4, 5, 6. It's kind of something, I'm not gonna lie. Am I gonna keep a safe tile? Yeah, I don't want to throw all caution to the wind yet. Dare I pawn for a little bit of Tanya out, red 5 Dora gaming? I don't hate it, folks. I genuinely don't hate it. 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes in our hand, but maybe if we chi into a 3 or a 3 or another 6, we can pog up with that. If someone else calls a Riichi here, sure, we're not gonna feel great about that, but at least we still have this green dragon to throw as a safe tile. So maybe not the way we drew it up in the sand, maybe not the perfectly ideal way to play this sand. Imagine if we never pawned this 8 of bamboo, right? We would have had 2 more safe tiles. And pawning the 8 of bamboo kind of diminishes the value of our 6 of bamboo, right? Our 6 of bamboo, now it's really, really unlikely for it to become a 6, 7, 8. So I should have and maybe could have considered that a little bit more. But you're giving me the 6, 7, like my favorite show on HBO. No, I gotta fold with it. I'm sorry. I know you want to see me push with it. I'm not going to today. Right Lord's gonna sumo. At least we're not sitting in the bozo seat, the dealer chair, so we don't have to pay out the dealer penalty. I'm feeling fine. A little bit of scuffed knees, but hey, we're getting back out there. A few months ago, I bought this Pokemon Go auto catcher, and so like when I'm driving around. CeeLo Green voice. When I'm driving around going grocery shopping, I'm like, caught you and a Pikachu. I now use the auto catcher. It plays Pokemon Go in the background while I am driving. And I will say this, as someone who's a little depressed and anxious, not to get too real, but here we go. We're getting real. I don't really, I don't really like going outside that much, but I will say having the Pokemon Go auto catcher, I don't think I would go on my little exercise runs, 3 days a week if I didn't have it. Because you can't really play Pokemon Go while running, but you can go for a jog and take the auto catcher in your phone with you, you know, and it'll just buzz in the background. It's going pog wild. It's catching Rufflets and Elagems even when I'm not even looking, you know? That's kind of nice. I don't think it's ever caught a shiny for me, but I don't think it's caught anything like totally amazing, but at the same time, it's like more than I would have caught had I not had it in the first place. So it has genuinely made me want to get out of the house more, which has been a huge boon, I think, to my mental health. It's just like, oh yeah, I guess I could go drive to an Aerodactyl raid. I got to do one for a quest line. And that's exactly what's on the docket today, folks. All right, a 5, 6, 6, 7 shape. I mean, I don't hate that, right? We can turn this into a 4, 5, 6 and a 6, 7, 8. There's even a chance where we could get pure double sequence here in the bamboo suit. I don't hate that idea as well. And you're like, oh, Yusong, you're starting to have a little bit of a 6 shape Andy in your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guess what? Sorry to anyone who's a fan of it, but the 1 and the 2 of bamboo is not long for this world, folks. And I think I gotta throw it now. Or do I just throw this because all my other shapes are pretty good? I'm not gonna lie to you either. Right Lord has the devil's hand right now. Right Lord has the potential for big 3 dragons, the Yakuman. I am sorry, but I don't think I can ever discard this. And I also don't know. I think Right Lord's going for, oh Christ. I think Right Lord's going, oh no. I don't know what flush that they're going for, but with 2 honor triplets like that, I feel like it'd be very, very easy. G-Force, not now, I'm playing Mahjong. I feel like it'd be very, very easy to assemble together a full or a half flush, or excuse me, not a full flush, but a half flush of some kind. They've only discarded 1 circle tile. I'm feeling a little nervous right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Feeling a little nervous. Right Lord could also have all triplets. But I genuinely have this to say. I don't think we can ever throw the green dragon unless we seriously got a death wish. Eastwind is maybe okay, but maybe Right Lord has all honors. And I know these things are a little finicky, right? I know you can't ever truly predict. Much like it's hard to really ever get to truly know one another. Oh, and a solemn tone to today's Riichi Mahjong commentary video. Is he going to reference the hedgehog dilemma from Evangelion? I might. Leaving you on the edge of your seat, probably. What was I saying before I started yapping myself into oblivion? I don't want to do it. Because the reason that I don't want to deal into this potential, you know, all honors hand, and you're like, Yusong, you're a child. You are just simply seeing the shadows on the wall coming from your closet, and you think it's a monster. It's not true. However, okay, yeah, but like, what if I stayed in bed anyway? What if I was scared anyway? You know what I mean? Because our hand is nothing. I don't know how to tell you this. Oh, I should have gotten rid of the Eastwind. I mean, Right Lord didn't change their hand, so the Eastwind is still safe. But why stick our neck out for dangerous times at Richmond High when we absolutely don't need to? I'm hiding the camera for a second, not because I'm burping or doing something uncouth, but I was just like, oh, Right Lord's gonna win, so I wanted to show you their hand. I don't know why I felt that way. Yo, Yusong, this is pre-recorded. It's not pre-recorded. I would never insult you by trying to Jimmy Fallon my way through this. So I hear there was a funny story on set. That sounds like closer to a little bit like Jay Leno, probably. It's closer to a Leno than it is a Fallon. Here's my Fallon. Okay, I don't even have anything against Jimmy Fallon. I don't know why he's catching strays right now in this conversation. I don't even have anything wrong with it. I think people give Jimmy Fallon a rough time. Wait, hang on. What do I throw? Oh, no. I throw this probably? I don't want to give Right Lord the under the sea, under the river or whatever. I don't want them to have the last straw, so I'm not gonna con there. Oh, absolutely not. Okay. Crossroad, you gonna do it? You're gonna throw the green dragon? Wow, really? Right Lord, after all that time, could not get into Tempai. It would not surprise me too if a Crosslord also had 1 green dragon or something, and they were like stuck in a a perilous situation where they couldn't exactly pawn or do anything along those lines. This is a baller hand, by the way. White dragon, 2, perhaps 3 Dora. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I think people give Jimmy Fallon a hard time because he's like laughing a lot. But I also will say this in Jimmy Fallon's defense, it's okay to laugh. You know what I mean? I think maybe people are like, oh, it seems very fake, and I don't like that about late night shows, you know, because I think all those conversations are pretty rehearsed at the end of the day. Like, no one's ever really surprised during a late night interview, you know. I could be wrong. I don't really know how it works, but you know, I've taken a tour of like the Hollywood lots or whatever, and they're like, ah, yes, this was real. I took a tour of a Hollywood lot once, and it was like, oh, we constructed a smaller door frame to make the actor look taller or something. Like we just made a small door frame. And that's like, oh, it plays tricks on the minds. And I was like, everything here is fake. And you hear all those interviews about the reality show people, and the reality show people are like, yeah, it's all fake. No. What do I throw here? What do I Henry David throw here? If I want to keep all my value, I could tear apart this shape. Oh, but I don't know if we're ever gonna get this. Like, I think 6s and 9s are both a little spicy. But do I want to keep all my value in my hand? Because this way I could still pawn the Dora. Oh, it's so greedy. It's so greedy. But maybe it's okay to be greedy because we're only in East 2. Or I'm asking East who? No, that's just a rhyme, folks. It doesn't mean anything. It's nonsense. Maybe it's okay to be greedy. We still have the rest of the game to come back from a deficit if this hand doesn't pan out. But White Dragon, Red 5 Dora, maybe even a third Dora on top. Call me Beyonce, the way I'm putting my love on top right now. Oh, wait, what about the 6, 7, 8? Okay. It feels bad. All right, I'll still keep a safe tile in this Vivian West one. Oh, that feels bad. But it'll all be worth it if we could just draw the Dora tile. It'll all be worth it if someone throws a 9 of circles, folks. We're in it. We're in it to win it. I was thinking that, you know, this is nice because we can either pawn the Dora tile or the 6 of circles. The dangerous thing about this is that nobody really wants to throw a tile around here, right? Like, everyone's going to be a little bit cautious around the 6s and the 9s, right? People are going to want to keep their 7s and their 8s in their hand to accept either the 9 or the 6. Woo! White Dragon, 3 Dora. Red 5, this is a Mongon, folks. This is a Mongon, and I have a double-sided weight. 7 glorious tiles could get us into the end zone. Please, oh please. Santa, have I been a good boy all year? This is what I'm writing down on my Christmas list. All right, I guess I've been naughty. Guess this is just some coal in my mouth. Left Lord had 3 of the tiles that I needed. That's okay. I can't really do anything about that. It's still anyone's game. Right? Still anyone's game. But I think Jimmy Fallon, in trying to keep everyone engaged, there's nothing wrong with having a good time, you know? I've always said this too. Or I haven't always said this, but as someone who has done a lot of sketch comedy in college and has attended a lot of sketch comedy shows in college, sometimes just to be a supportive audience member, you just want to laugh, you know? It makes the show better for everyone. Now, of course, like, you shouldn't force yourself to laugh if it's making you uncomfortable or you know, you're under duress or something. But if you don't laugh right now, if you don't type, Yusong, your videos are so funny, and I'm not just saying this because I'm under duress because of your commentary, in the comment section right now, oh, I'm gonna be mad at you. Also, a few days ago, I'm so sorry. We're bouncing all over the place in terms of commentary, and I truly apologize. But a few days ago, I was reading the YouTube comments, and I just saw like a million comments that all said, "We love the government here on this channel." And I have a little bit of a backlog, and so I was reading all those comments, and I was like, I know I said something. I cannot remember what I said. Oh God, please, like, I hope what I said was okay. Because I have no idea what that refers to, folks. It's kind of a neat little surprise, a little Kinder egg of commentary. But I think, you know, if Jimmy Fallon is laughing because he just wants everyone to have a better time, it's like, oh, you know, as a host, you can kind of like gaslight people into thinking something's funny if you're also laughing. I don't even hate that. You know, that's not, if that's a sin, then they need to redo the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not laugh on a late night show if you're the host. Come on. Now I'm starting to think that maybe coveting my neighbor's wife is okay. This is... All right, Crossroads gonna pawn up the green dragons as well. Looks like they got a pretty spicy hand. They were willing to throw the Dora tile almost immediately. Do I chase this? Do I ever chase this, or do I ever just fold this? I mean, I don't love the way that my hand is looking. My hand in its most glorious iteration is what? Riichi Pinfu Tanya? Riichi Pinfu Tanya is maybe okay. Okay, all right. This is the one case where I will chase this hand. If we draw into a 3 of circles. Not likely, by the way, because there's only 2 left in the entire game. Other people could be using them. It's a great tile after all. I will call Riichi. Riichi Pinfu, guaranteed Tanya, guaranteed pure double sequence. It's an absolute banger. It's an absolute slapper. Now that's interesting, but I don't think that we actually want it. I mean, isn't this good? Don't we have a gazillion and a half? Oh, I threw away my pure double sequence. No! I threw away my pure double sequence, but my Kyle efficiency is off the charts right now. I think we can accept a 2-5 or an 8 right now, and in either of those tiles, any of those tiles would get this hand into Tenpai, which is that's, you know, not to quote Bruno Mars, but that's what I like. That's what I like. Left Lord, please. I might even cheat to get into Tenpai. Ooh. A little bit of pawn champ action here. But pawning here doesn't do anything. Cheating here does. Cheating here does. I get into Tenpai. This is an okay situation, I think, to push. We have decent tiles that we can win with. Again, 7 possible Kyles in the wall that we can win off of. We might still fold this in. I don't want to deal into whatever a Crosslord's doing, but the reason that I was okay to dip my toes in the water is because 8 of circles looks pretty safe, right? The 5 of circles that they've discarded means that they can't be waiting with a 6-7 in their hand. So this 8 feels pretty decent, and I'll take my Tanya. Thank you very much. It's me tightening my tie, ronning as a fancy snob. Maybe it's my new character. Maybe it's my new brand. Snooty Riichi Mahjong player. I remember when I liked Riichi Pinfu. My first week of playing the game. Oh, this is an interesting hand. This is an interesting hand. It's got that je ne sais quoi about it. Do you know what I mean, Mr. Krabs? Oh, he's doing it. It's bad, but he's doing it. It's bad. So either we draw into another East Wind, which would be glorious, right? We'd have Seat Wind, Prevalent Wind, half outside hand, or, spoilers, we just go for the half outside hand regardless, right? Half outside hand, full outside hand. If we draw into a 7 or an 8 here, or excuse me, an 8 or a 9 here in the circle suit, we're pretty happy about that. 5 of characters. Don't want you here. Usually you're a great tile. You're very versatile, like a Swiss army knife. But not right now. I'm trying to do something zuzzy. Hold the camera. I'm going zuzz mode with it. This is okay, but remember, Yusong, oh my god, what you learned in boating school. What I learned in boating school is it's fun to go for half outside hands or full outside hands, but play them as if they're 13 orphans hands, as in on the first sign of danger. If you see a shark fin even semi-permeating the water's edge, you get out of there. You do not put yourself in harm's way, or do we? Or do we just put ourselves in harm's way? Oh, someone's knocking at the door, but I'm just not gonna answer. I know that's a little bit bad. I'm sorry for whispering right now, but someone's knocking at the door and I don't want to hear them. I don't want them to hear me going off about Riichi Pinfu or something. Sometimes I shout really bad things, as you could probably tell during my intro today, where I accidentally said the word daddy without really thinking about it. And there it is. He's actually gotten into Tenpai. If I can change my weight to maybe something like a 1 of circles, or like I don't know, something else, we can have a full outside hand, folks. Okay, I think they might be gone. Apologize for my stage whisper. Sorry, I'm in a meeting. Don't know if they heard that. It's probably the biggest lie that anyone's ever told in their entire adult life. I hate it when people knock on the door. Usually it's just to solicit. You know what I mean? Do you want to buy X or Y? No, dude, I don't want to buy nothing. Oh, I would love to maybe get 3 of the 9s or something. Get that. Oh, come on. Oh. We had the nuts. Full outside hand open is still 2 Han, right? We have the Dora tile. It's a 3rd Han on top. Call me Beyonce, the way you put my love on top. Man, we have to pay out the dealer penalty. Oh, no. Oh, man. They're knocking on the door. I'm so sorry. I gotta. And I'm actually back. Oh my goodness. I apologize. Hopefully, I mean, luckily nothing bad happened. But I don't know if you. I mean, I'll probably just cut out the awkward dead air. But I literally was so mad that I was like, hey, if I'm not answering the door and you hear me talking, do not effing knock again. I'm making a conscious decision to ignore you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I opened it, and I'm maybe a little angry because I'm trying to record a little Riichi Mahjong. This hand's amazing, and this hand's amazing. 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku, also a legitimate possibility with this hand as well. Holy smokes, folks, we're gaming right now. We get 5, 6, 7, and we can accept the Dora. But I literally whipped open the door, and I was like, "Hi, are you soliciting?" And they were like, they paused for a second, and I was like, "You're soliciting," and I was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm in the middle of something." I didn't lie and say I'm in the. Also, if they heard me say I'm in a meeting, what? Yeah. Maybe I gotta get one of those signs that's like no soliciting, because otherwise, like, how are you gonna get people to listen? Tanya. Oh my goodness. Tanya on top? No, this is actually bad. Or is it bad? 5, 6, 7 guaranteed Sanshoku. Red 5, Riichi Tanya as well. I apologize for the chaos in today's video, folks. I genuinely apologize. But sometimes you just gotta lay down the law. Sometimes you gotta tell a solicitor, no, I can't afford whatever it is that you want me to buy anyway. So, well, let's not waste each other's time, you know? Let's see if there's anything scary on the board. It doesn't seem to be anything scary on the board right now. Just took out Tomato Town. What was I saying? Jimmy Fallon? Yeah. Jimmy Fallon's not a sinner in my eyes. I'm just gonna say it. I don't care who knows. Jimmy Fallon. I don't consider them a sinner. I also think that laughing during a comedy show is just good, just to keep the morale up. I think that one loud laugher in the audience is, just a great asset to have in an audience in general. And I think as a performer and as an audience member, you kind of learn how to be like the best version of an audience member. Like, if you can tell kind of like when the jokes are and when people are pausing for the jokes and whatnot. Oh, we could have had the 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku as well. Okay. I mean, now a gazillion and a half tiles get us into Tenpai. I'm not gonna lie to you. This hand is bonkers, right? We could even do some Riichi Pinfu shenanigans if I'm not mistaken. No, Pinfu is a hop, skip, and a jump away, but we could do it if we draw into like the 6 of characters or something. Pawning to get into Tenpai for 5. No, I'll do it. I'll absolutely do it. I know this is not the most exciting version of this hand, but we're like 10, 11 discards in, and I don't want anyone else to have a chance revolution at winning this game. Okay, don't want a chance for that to happen. Now the 3s are gone. Okay, Right Lord just cheat up another 3. So all we're waiting for is a 6 of characters. It's not the greatest position we've ever seen, right? Could have had a 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku. I didn't know if the I can't. Oh, the red 5 is safe. No! Okay, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Okay, we're waiting on the 6. I'm sorry, it's indecisive and my brain is a little bit scattered. Let me take a deep breath. Yusong, you didn't take a deep breath. You just drank from your water bottle. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Anyway, that's pretty much all that's going on in my life. Is there any world where I would enjoy being solicited by something? The only world where that's okay. And I hate to give you this ammunition. If someone's watching and you know my address, please don't do this to me. But a Girl Scout cookie? Oh my God. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I might blow your mind if you've never heard this before. But if you've never taken a Girl Scout Thin Mint cookie and thrown that S into the freezer and eaten it as a frosty little treat, can we sound off in the comments, folks? Just to let other people know how unbelievably, how horribly they're missing out if they've never done this before. Oh, it's absolutely delightful. There's also the coconut flavor that I like a lot. I can't remember what it is, but it's like a brown cookie. It's got like a little chocolate drizzle, but it's got coconut flakes all over the place. Oh my God, I'm going for it. I can't believe that passed. I mean, what am I really hoping for here? Just a 6 of characters? I can't wait until the next round when I actually have time to think about my decisions. I would like to end this round in Tenpai. I don't believe in any of you. No! No! Okay, all right. Someone, I thought someone was just BMing me to potentially Ron Weasley me. Oh, we were gaming. Oh, we were absolutely gaming. Now we can take our breath a little bit. We could take our breath a little bit. We have 25 seconds to think about our decisions. I can't believe I just opened the door. Are you soliciting? Are those signs that say no soliciting actually legally binding? Your Honor, there was a sign out. I opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Does this not mean anything in a court of law? Surely not, right? Like, I don't know. You know what? And maybe I'm cranky now. Maybe I'm a cranky old head. I've entered my okie dokie boomer era, you know? Call me Senzawa, the way I'm going okay doke boomer. But like, at least with the sign, because it's not like a, you know, it's not like an AT field from Evangelion. It doesn't have any actual, you know, mechanical properties of keeping people away. People are still going to be able to walk up to the door. But what you can do is you can be a little bit of an a-hole afterwards, which is just, did you read the sign? You know what I mean? I don't care. Whoa! I mean, this is a beef strong enough Riichi, okay? Riichi double-sided weight. It's early on, and it makes other people have to fold potentially. Maybe other people are gonna get really awkward right now and have to tear up some of their good shapes that they have. Maybe they got a pair of the green dragons that they're holding on to, and suddenly one comes after the other. And Girl Scout cookies would be the only thing that I would feel okay being solicited. I mean, if someone's just gonna knock on the door and just pay me a compliment, I suppose that's also okay, but I'd rather you not. Other things, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much it. And it's like, oh, if I put up a big no soliciting sign in like neon lights or whatever, that's gonna signal to the entire community that you're some sort of grouch, that you're some sort of Grinch who stole Christmas. And you know what? I wish I cared just a little bit more even, but is it bad necessarily that I don't? Like, I don't really give a hooch if people think I'm a grouch or if I'm not a grouch. I don't know. That just rubbed me the wrong way, because I was like purposefully not coming to the door, and you know, you could take a hint, maybe leave, maybe don't linger for 3 minutes and then knock on the door again. I don't know. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to solicit, but it's just kind of like and you know, I shouldn't be going that hard on them. They're just doing their job. And unfortunately, their job is like bothering people. That sucks. That genuinely sucks. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes your job just involves, you know, you being an asshole. Sometimes you have to go solicit. Sometimes you're a crypto influencer. You know what I mean? Sometimes your job is just bothering people. Ooh, these are very, very spicy today. I mean, it's a miracle on ice that we haven't gotten any of our tiles. I mean, we haven't really been able to win at all this game, but at least no one's run away with it. You know what I mean? No one's running off into the sunset. Riichi Sumo Red 5. Show me one or door so I'm not wasting my time. Okay, all right. It's close. I could have also gone for the pure straight, right? 1 through 9 in the character suit. But that I don't know if that's good. I think we would have had to, you know, wait on our Riichi, and I don't like waiting for it, okay? I'm more of an Alexander Hamilton and less of a Aaron Burr, if you're catching my drift, fellow kids. All right, this hand, a little bit weaker than our last hand, I'm not gonna lie to you, but we have one Dora. One Dora is nice. It's a little bit spicy. Would love just to draw into a 7 of characters, solidifying the use of the Dora in our hand. Maybe in our wildest dreams, this could be some kind of Riichi Pinfu situation. 4 of bamboo would also hit in this hand. Oh, it would absolutely be a schmacker in this hand. I will say, when I was in college and doing those sketch comedy shows, sometimes you genuinely have to bother people. Like, I don't know if this ever worked, but do you know what I mean if I say we had to quarter card occasionally? And what quarter cards mean is that you take a piece of paper, you print 4 things on them, and then you cut them into quarters, and then they're just little advertisements. You can be like, hey, we're doing a show on this day. Hope you can make it. I'm doing the Dora, and it passes. Let's freaking go. We're one tile away from Tenpai. The one piece is real. 3, 4, 5 Sanshoku, a distant possibility, but a real one. Absolutely a real one in this hand. Our Crosslord, you need to figure out your Wi-Fi situation. Struggling with some McDonald's or Starbucks Wi-Fi, but hey, we've all been there. And I had to quarter card a lot to try to get people to come to our shows. I don't know if that's ever worked ever on anyone. And I regret doing this, by the way, not quarter carding, but the next thing I'm about to tell you is that you would go with a buddy and, you know, because you're like doing comedy, quote unquote, right? Arguably, I'm doing quote unquote comedy on this channel. You can tell me if those air quotes are sarcastic or sincere. You know, you want to be funny with it. So instead of being like, because you do this for like half an hour, it gets very boring. Instead of being like, hey, we're doing a show, do you want to come? Hey, we're doing a show, do you want to come? And it's very disheartening, you know what I mean? Hugely disappointing, just wall to wall. Left Lord 1, 2, 3 Sanshoks? Doesn't seem like it, but I'm very scared of what Left Lord's repping for some reason. This game feels spicy for some reason. This game feels spicy. The fact that Left Lord's hesitating a little bit, I'm like a little scared, you know what I mean? 5 of circles is safe? Okay. But now Left Lord just changed up their hand, so 5 of circles might not longer be safe, might no longer be safe. I mean, 3 of circles seems okay to throw in this hand. I don't know, folks. This is a wild one. I'm throwing 3 because I know that Left Lord can't be waiting with a 4-5. A crosser just is straight up disconnected. Oh, I'm so sorry. You also had a solicitor? Oh, I can't call Riichi. The weight is just too bad. If I draw into like a 6 of bamboo, then I can maybe call the Riichi. Then I'll feel a little bit better about that one. Oh, Crosslord discarding straight up gas, but Left Lord still somehow not finding what they need. I'm too scared to call the Riichi right now. Because what happens if we call the Riichi? It's a terrible look, right? It's a terrible chance revolution to win. And if we draw the Kiss of Death, or if we draw into some more Dora tiles, it's now different. The game has changed, and I don't want to deal into whatever the Left Lord's cooking up. Okay, we gotta. That's a disgusting Riichi. Our Crosslord has DC'd, right? Crosslord has DC'd. Yes! I am soliciting today! Riichi, Patsu, red 5, show me some... Yes, I do have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Oradora. Thank you very much. I mean, is it wrong to prey on a DC'd player? It's not in the 10 Commandments, okay? I'm not coveting anyone, but I do covet the opportunity to run and get Ipatsu with 3 Oradora. It's been a while, by the way, since we've gotten the 3 Oradora meme dream, and just look at this absolute beauty of a new hand. I don't mean to be weird about it. I think sometimes dudes are a little bit weird about things. Like, I don't like it when dudes refer to a boat as there she is. Or isn't she a butte? I'm like, that's a boat. Please do. Why does it seem like you're kind of horny for the boat? Like, why do we need a gender? We're not speaking French right now. You know what I mean? It's not baked into the language. You and I both know that it's not baked into the language. I don't know what we're doing right now. We are going for the flush in the circle suit. Whoa! Oh my God. And the tiles are just flowing, baby. They're absolutely flowing. The red 5. I would absolutely love to pawn that one, but I don't think that we can. It just breaks up too many of the sequences, or the pseudo sequences. What am I seeing right now? What am I actually seeing? Can I go Riichi with this hand? Oh, this would be... What am I seeing right now? I don't even know how I get into Tenpai. And I don't know how to make it a pure straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What am I hoping for? A 3 of circles would allow us to do it, maybe. Oh, folks, it's a little bit weird right now. It's a little bit zuzzy. But closed full flush, don't forget, is 6 haunt. If we can somehow call Riichi with this hand, it's Riichi full flush. That's already a guaranteed big H. That's a guaranteed Hanemon, okay? Holy smokes. Something I'm not, and this is what I regret doing when I was quarter carding, and this is obnoxious. Because you would do it and it would be disheartening because you would just get rejection after rejection. What is this, my Tinder history? You would just get rejection after rejection. So in order to spice it up, because no one's listening to you, everyone's just going about their day. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh, what do I even wait for? I know it's like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to wait for here. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is also like 7 pairs maybe, which is so funny as to be like, as to really rock my world. This is disgusting. This is just a Hanemon as well, right? 6 Han. I don't need to call Riichi here. It's nice or whatever, but I would definitely call Riichi if my weight was a little bit better, but why, you know, poke the hornet's nest? The Left Lord calling a Riichi? I don't love that. I don't love that. But I'm drawing safe tiles, and I do love that. So the obnoxious thing that I would do is that a friend and I started doing is that we started just going up to people being like, will you marry me? Just to try to get a reaction. You know what I mean? Because no one's listening to, we're doing a sketch comedy show. Just, will you marry me? But now thinking back on it, I'm like, that just bothered people. You know, I was soliciting. What am I even seeing right now? What am I even seeing? I can still stay in Tenpai with a relatively beef safe enough tile. Holy smokes. And there's still a chance to answer evolution that someone deals the infernal, the infamous 8 of circles. Left Lord. Okay, we're gonna make it into, I mean, unless a crossover deals in at the last final moment. Left Lord. The Furiten Riichi. Whoa! Wow, the Furiten triple-sided Riichi. Huge respect, huge respect. I love that. I mean, that's impossible to tell, right? Like, you would have to be a sincere hero to just make that call that Left Lord as a Furiten Riichi. It's impossible. So I regret bothering people that way. I think sometimes, you know, I think even then, I can't remember. My memory of it is a little bit hazy. And of course, I'm going to try to make myself sound better, right, in front of a jury of my peers. My memory of it is a little bit hazy, but I think when people were listening to headphones or when they clearly didn't want to be talked to, I would not try to go solicit from them. I would not try to go solicit from them. It's just too nasty with it. You know what I mean? You don't know what I mean. Nobody knows what I mean. I'm 1 tile away from Riichi Pinfu Red 5. I mean, this recent streak of games has reinvigorated my belief that there is justice in this world. Do you know what I mean? Like, this recent set of matches in this match history has truly made me believe in greener pastures and brighter futures. Now this I should have kept the 5 actually. Why? Because the 3 1s are already gone. The 1s are not gonna come home. The nut draw for us, beyond a shadow of a doubt, is a 4 of characters. That is the nut draw. I should have kept the 5. Why? Ignore the fact that we would have had the 5, 6, 7 too, but the 5 allows us to just throw this away. And eventually maybe we can pivot back to a 5, 6. I know, right? We've already discarded a 7. There's a chance for evolution that we end up in Zozy Furriton jail, but them's the breaks. Them's are genuinely the breaks. If I draw into a 3 or a 5 of circles, because this 2-3 is so weak at this point. Oh, what is that? Oh, what is that? Oh, what do I do about that, folks? This is awkward. We're still 1 tile away from Tenpai. And there's a 3 of characters. Okay, we're still 1 tile away from Tenpai. But now I'm like, if we draw into a pair of the 2s or the 3s, maybe we can turn this into something like a 1, 2, 3 and a 4, 5, 6. That might be a way to use these tiles that isn't as painful as the current situation would seem. It's always weird when someone DCs as well, right? Because their hand could just be, they could just happen to have all the good tiles that you need and they're never going to discard them. Also, like, it's just pure random luck. If you start with a pair of the Southwinds, for example, and a Crosslord starts with 2 of them as well, or 1 of them as well, right? And they're just never going to throw it because of the, they're on auto draws and auto discards. So it's not, it kind of cheapens the entire experience a little bit, but hey, any time where we could spend some time playing Riichi Mahjong and not get bothered by a solicitor is a good time in my book. You can't bother people when they're playing when they're on their headphones. You know what I mean? That's just even I. I've been jokerfied by today's society. You want to know how I got these scars? Even I understand that there's people you can't really bother people like that. What are some okay moments in the real world where it's okay to bother people if they're on their headphones? Watch out, there's an oncoming vehicle. Hey, I like your Jujutsu Kaisen backpack. That's the only two notable exceptions, okay? If someone's wearing anime merch and you want to say, hey, I like your Jujutsu Kaisen backpack, and they're listening to headphones, I think they'll still appreciate that. And you're not being weird or sleazy about it either. You have to genuinely, you can't be like, oh, and then I'm going to ask if they want to bang. Like, no, you got to be sincere about it. And then you have to be okay with leaving after giving the compliment. You can't just stick around for a conversation. You know what I mean? What, do I have any merch that I particularly wear? I'm boring. All I do is wear white undershirts and collared shirts or sweaters. I kind of, you know how like Steve Jobs, you know how every single obnoxious dude in their 20s goes through like a Steve Jobs phase of like, yeah, what if I'm like a Mahjong visionary? You know what I mean? And it's like really embarrassing for everyone involved. Arguably, I'm still in that phase because I just have like 5 really solid white undershirts and I could have dealt in there. I should have played around Ipatsu, I think. Because I don't want to lose my lead, and the one piece is real. The one way I can lose into that is if I deal into 7 pairs, 2 Dora, yada yada yada. Right Lord's gonna vampire some points away from a crosslord. Hey, we're all doing it. We're all doing it. If all your friends started bullying a crosslord, would you? Unfortunately, yes. My elo's on the line, folks. This is a 40-minute banger that we're in as well. Didn't notice that, but we are certainly burning the midnight oil right now. What was it saying? Oh yeah, any merch that I wear? No, I just have like 5 solid white undershirts and I just swap them out. I don't like to have to think too much about the outfit coordination. Mainly because like I don't really, I hate to, you know, because people in the comment section, you know, I've gotten a million comments like this, and you know, you can look them up if you want, but it's pretty obvious. They're under every single video. Yusong, you're such a fashionista. How did you get your cool sense of style? I don't know. I genuinely don't really know. We picked up a door. Let's frickin' go. Okay, I'm gonna ask for a weird tile for the nut draw. Weird tile for the nut draw is another 5 of characters, right? Because then we would have a pair in our hand. Whereas right now, we actually do not have a pair in our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. Right Lord pawning the 8s. Maybe they're just trying to get out of here in one piece, right? Maybe they're just trying to get a Tenhou hand, schmoove their way into the dealer seat. That's interesting. I don't love it, but that's interesting, right? If we draw into 3 of circles, I'll throw this away. I will solidify this as my pair. But if we draw into like a 2, 3, 4, I don't hate that idea either. Okay. Sounds disgusting now. Riichi, Pinfu, Red 5, Dora. As the dealer, if we sumo, we end the game because we get to vampire a crosslord for everything that they're worth, right? So that's kind of nice with it. Southwind, somebody is gonna have a field day with this. Right Lord, it would not surprise me if they had it. Unfortunately, we gave him Seat Wind, Prevalent Wind. Usually when you pawn like this early on, it means that you're either going for Tenhou or you got a Dragon something, or you got a you got a Sea Wind, you got a Prevalent Wind. No, okay, Left Lord flush in the bamboo suit. Okay, I see you, Left Lord. I see you. But can you escape my clutches? Can you escape the wrath of Cortex like I'm playing Crash Bandicoot? This is a terrible wait. This is a terrible wait. The dude cannot abide by that one. We're just waiting for a 3 or a 4 or a 6. Literally so many tiles in the character suit get us there. But again, we could be just in a prison of chance, right? Could be in a prison of pure chance. A crosslord could have the nuts. They could have 3 copies of the 4 of characters, or just even 2 more copies. And even then, it's really unfortunate for us. I'll also tell you right now that if we get into Tenpai, there's no shot. Oh man, I don't know if I can throw this. I know we see 3 of the 3s. It's unlikely that they have a 3-4. But it's, oh man, oh man. But they could still have a pair of the twos. Do you know what I mean? They could legit have a pair of the twos. You're not going for circles. You're not going for circles, right? Okay, this is weirdly a safe tile. Oh, okay, you are going for circles. Luckily, they didn't draw into any Dora. I should have been a little bit more cautious about that one because it's Suji to the Dora. People are going to keep their 4s and 5s in hopes of getting a 6. The quarter carding was a nice experience, though. It really steeled my resolve for being able to handle rejection. Now, is that really true? No, I'm still very sensitive to rejection. It's really hard. You know how every time you listen to like a career podcast? While you were out partying, I was studying the blade. I was listening to career podcasts. Or just you listen to interviews of famous people and they're like, you have to be okay with failure. And I'm like, okay, but what about, is there like an easier alternative to that? It's so hard. It's so hard to be okay with failing. And you're like, oh, Yusong, look at your Mahjong match history. Usually that self-deprecating joke would work, but unfortunately my match history is just like effing bananas right now. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. It's just bonkers. What's the nut draw? 2 of bamboo. I would love to just get into a little Damaten Pinfu action. If we win this hand with literally anything, we end the game. Don't want to deal into anyone and lose our first place, right? If Left Lord calls a Riichi and they've got a potential Mangan or something, that's scary. Dora's the white dragon. Okay, I actually love seeing the white dragon get discarded. It means that we can play a little bit more aggressively with this hand. Now, this is awkward, but I will say 2 of the 2-3 double-sided weights, that's good, right? The 2-3 is better than this 1-3. Of course, they kind of cannibalize each other's weights, but I'm okay with that. And if we end up waiting for a 1 or a 4, oh, and I'm sorry to say this, hubba, okay? This is amazing, folks. This is absolutely amazing. I don't want to call Riichi just because I don't want to give anyone a reason to play defensively. And guess what? We have a valid hand in that we would have Pinfu. So if we don't need to call Riichi in this situation, why do it? Because, by the way, there's the reason that calling Riichi is explicitly wrong in this situation is because if we call Riichi and Left Lord chases, and then they get our Riichi stick as well, we just give them the keys to the kingdom. They can come back into this game with that extra 1,000 points so easily. You know what I mean? And we are in Tenpai, and Left Lord throws the door, and I love that. The most that anyone can have is a pair of the white dragons, and guess what? If either Left Lord or Right Lord had that, they would not be throwing the door. So we are in the clear. No one has a gigantic hand, and there's Pinfu, pure double sequence, folks. I mean, maybe there's justice in this world because a crossword usually, sometimes when you DC, you don't even end up as the last place player. And that's a very cruel fate, you know? Sometimes when you DC, someone else just like feeds more than you, not to borrow some cursed terminology from League of Legends, but someone else could just feed harder than you somehow while you're AFK gaming, just auto draw and discarding. Let's take a look into those locks. Holy smokes. Very scatterbrained. Very scatterbrained commentary. But I mean, I don't know, people might like that. Covered a vast array of topics today. So this hand, I had to push, right? Yeah, what am I doing? No, Left Lord won this one. Man, this was we should have won this hand. We should have won this hand. Absolutely, we should have. Okay, what happened here? No one's even calling Riichi. I don't even know if a crossword is back or not. We win a very small hand. We're showing no signs of danger. We're going Tanya, so we can't have the Dora. 1 Dora already thrown. What were you even going for? Wow, after all this time, just a single tile wait. Okay. Can't say I mean, I'm a little bit surprised. I thought you were going from some kind of flush, but sometimes the flush is just bad, you know? Sometimes the flush is just bad. I call a Riichi here. I call a Riichi. Do you have safe tiles? You absolutely do. Show me the 3 of bamboo. I can't. You dealt into Ipatsu here. I don't know if this is when you were still around or not. And you could have won this game. You genuinely could have come back and won this one. These discards look like sane discards, by the way. Maybe this is your laundry was done or someone's soliciting you super hard right here. And you know what? If you're buying Girl Scout cookies, that's absolutely fair. Samoa's. Is that the cookie that I'm thinking of? That one hits. That one hits every single time. Here's a fun little treat of a story, by the way. When I was in college, one of my favorite, this is just like a sweet, small moment. I was standing in line to buy Girl Scout cookies during final season, and someone standing in front of me in the line, she just turned to me and went, "They know we're weak right now. It's final season." And I laughed, and I was like, that is S tier small talk. Are you joking? Teach me how to be like you. Take me under your wing, sensei. No, I'm not that weird. I am, but nice Jujutsu Kaisen backpack, by the way. All right, and then the last hand, I mean, what are you gonna do? You have to push here. You genuinely have to push here. And this is a banger. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is a banger of a hand. This is a banger of a hand. You're going for Tanya, like 3, 4, 5 Sanshuks. You have the opportunity to change the world. I love it. I genuinely love it. Yeah, just go forth. Something manifest destiny, but without, you know, all the killing and displacing people. Weird note to end it on. But I'll take that first place. Oh, I will absolutely take that first place. That's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoy the song or you enjoy the genre, make sure to leave a like and a comment. It helps out the channel a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. New videos Monday through Friday. Stream highlights Saturdays and Sundays. I stream on Twitch. Speaking of, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 3 p.m. PST. Link is down below in the description. Hope to see you there, along with our community Discord and our VODs channel, in case you can't ever make it live. Until next time, please take care of yourself, and please be kind to yourself, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Peace.